What is up, man? It's your boy Musical Nabil here, and SahBabii just dropped a new album titled Barnacles, and it is garbage. It's trash. It's not good. It is sewer water. It's hearing two dogs barking in your ear just constantly, super loud. That would be more enjoyable than listening to this new SahBabii album. This album sucks. It's garbage. And let's get into why it sucks. It is not good at all. Let's get into it though. Before we get into it, I'd appreciate it not only if you guys like the video, but also subscribe. Not only does it help the channel grow, but I'm trying to turn this into a career, so that'll mean a lot to me. Yeah, I got a lot of opinions on this. Without further ado, let's get started. Our first not good. This is exciting, man. This is really exciting. Alright, anyways, heading into the intro track, Barnacles. As far as the beat goes, the melody's below average to average, drums are average. I do like the sweet sounds. I don't know what they are, but I do like the sweet sounds within the melody. I think those sound pretty cool, pretty sweet, so that's fine. SahBabii on this thing sounds forgettable, not that good. The hook is trash to below average. The speed on this thing, it's kind of like a Take Heath beat. It's definitely one of the faster, if honestly the fastest track on this album. I do appreciate the Jimmy Neutron shout out on this thing as well. One of the greatest cartoons of all time, but whatever, forgettable, not that bad. Next track, Ready to Eat, and believe it or not, I think Ready to Eat is the best track on this album, and it actually sounds pretty good. This might be a track that I listen to a decent amount, probably over and over again. This is a track that's fire. This is really good. It's a Pierre Bourne beat. The beat is fire. I mean, what do you expect? It's Pierre Bourne, you know? Although there's probably been moments where Pierre Bourne might have made a trash beat, but this beat isn't trash. Pierre Bourne definitely sized SahBabii with this beat. This beat is fire. The intro to the beat is fire. This, just straight up getting into the drums, just doing no intro, no naked melody, heading straight into the drums. It's fire. It's awesome. It's awesome. It does give me some vibes. Give me a decent amount of vibes from that track that went really viral, Costa Rica, on that J. Cole. I think it was the J. Cole's label album, Dreamville. Although I think this beat honestly is better than that beat. I genuinely think that this beat is fire. Pierre Bourne really delivered on this beat, and the speed of the beat, again, like I said, it's like Costa Rica, pretty slow. It's like a Gunna YSL song speed, not that fast. SahBabii, he could have been mixed better, definitely. I think so, but he's solid. I definitely do think that SahBabii sounds good on this track, but it wouldn't have sounded nearly as good if it was like a worser beat. So these two tracks to start off aren't that bad. Actually, one of them is pretty good. One that I admitted I will listen to a decent amount. Although he does kind of really sound like a Gunna clone on this album, which we're gonna see that as a trend heading more into this album. But I think this track right here, and then the intro track Barnacles, I think that's a solid introduction. But then we have the other 14 tracks. This album is 16 tracks, 41 minutes, and I swear to God, it feels like a 3-hour album. That is literally it's bad. Not first track, the next track, Drafts and Elephants. As far as the beat, melody's really not that good, but it's not that bad. Drums are boring. SahBabii still sounds like a Gunna clone, and again, you are gonna see that as a pattern on this album. Listen, he came into the game, he's an Atlanta rapper. He came into the game as a Young Thug clone, but he's kind of devolved into a Gunna clone. I think there was a point where he retired from music, and he hasn't been making music for a while. I don't know, you can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but if that is true, then he has not done anything to improve his style, his flow. Even just comparing it to what I think is his best song and a certified hood classic, for being honest, Pull Up with the Stick. I mean, compare that with this album. It's, I don't know. I mean, I don't remember the last time I listened to the album that Pull Up with the Stick was on, the album that he dropped in 2017. I think there was a couple enjoyable moments on there, but I mean, just that it's way better than this. Keep talking about the Drafts and Elephants track. I kind of got a little off topic, but anyways, yeah, SahBabii still sounds like a Gunna clone, aka really lazy, badly mixed, and he's really mumbling through. He's barely making it through the track. Like, he's really mumbling through this thing. Like, it's And you know, there's a decent amount of rappers, especially in his field, the Atlanta field, that tend to do this. But I don't know, for some reason, I don't know if it's how badly it's mixed, how, you know, his voice or whatever. It's just really, or how close he is to sounding like Gunna, a worser version of Gunna. But it's really like, it really bothers me. It really gets under my skin, you know, throughout this album. So it's not that enjoyable, but I don't know. I mean, I guess the melody has some redeeming qualities, but it's not really worth anything. Next, we have Racist. As far as the beat goes, the beat's average to okay. It's an average to okay piano melody. The drums are pretty lazy and boring. But then, again, SahBabii, even with this, you know, okay melody, average to okay, whatever. I mean, you could potentially do something with it, but probably not. I don't know. Anyway, SahBabii, again, finds a way to just sound boring and uneventful. Just very average and a forgettable track. So, again, that's very disappointing. If I can flip my page really quick, we got the track Pregnant. As far as the beat goes, the melody's weird and pretty experimental, and throughout the intro of the track Pregnant, I thought it was going to be good, but then this weird beat switch happened, and it's a trend throughout this album that you could expect something to be good, and then it's not good. So then they have this like weird beat switch for some reason, which I think they should have just kept the melody the way it was in the intro. But then you have this like weird beat switch, and it just makes it so pitiful. I mean that you know, the melody goes from like not that bad, you know, it's weird, it's pretty cool. It's probably gonna be pretty good melody to trash, absolutely garbage, just poo, not good at all. It sounds bad. The drums are average, boring. They don't match the melody at all, and that really bothers me. And then on this track, he doesn't sound like a Gunna clone, but then he sounds like a Lil Baby clone. Like, he's copying Gunna, he's copying Lil Baby. It's really weird. Like, he really does snatch their style on this thing. Like, he's really stealing it. You know, I mean, and if this album definitely like does blow up pretty highly, I mean, people are gonna notice blatantly how hard he's copying Gunna. I don't understand why he's copying so hard as well. I mean, he's had a decent amount of success, but I don't know, is he trying to get signed to Young Thug or something? I don't understand it. Nevertheless, he does sound not that bad though. Okay, he does not sound that bad. Okay, I gave him all this slack for sounding like a Lil Baby clone, but a Lil Baby clone's better than a Gunna clone, so he doesn't sound that bad. But the beat, you know, hearing his verse on the beat, I mean, listen, I think if it was any other beat, especially the Pierre Bourne beat, this verse would have been not that bad to maybe even pretty good. But on the beat, it sounds terrible, and it's not enjoyable. I mean, the melody really kills this track. I would not listen to Pregnant. Next, we have a 100-round drum. As far as the beat goes, the melody's good. The drums are cool and soothing. The intro sounded great. As far as, you know, and it's SahBabii's vocals also, I should say, on the, I think it was on the intro. So they sounded pretty good as well. I actually did somewhat enjoy them. But again, you cannot take the album, unless it's like ready to eat, you cannot take the album and say, oh, this has a good intro, this has a good beginning to it, oh, and it's probably just going to be a good track throughout. No. Again, more disappointment. SahBabii's verse sucked. Another run in the I can't even talk. SahBabii pisses me off so much I can't even talk. Another run-of-the-mill Gunna clone. What is his obsession with Gunna? Does he want to make out with Gunna or something? I don't know, man. He has a crush on Gunna. I mean, all these blog posts, blah blah blah. Y'all got to talk about SahBabii's secret crush on Gunna, because it's getting ridiculous. It's really ridiculous how I'm gonna unleash my inner cousins. It's really ridiculous, you know. He ruins the beat that isn't even that good to begin with. It's solid, you know what I'm saying? I think, like I said, the drums are cool and soothing. I think the melody's pretty good. You know, it's cool, but he ruins a beat that, you know, in face value isn't really that good to begin with. So yeah, it's unfortunate. So, and again, don't know what he is saying whatsoever. It's almost like a joke, like a meme. Like, you have no idea what the hell he's saying, and it's like a joke almost. Like he's playing games with us, like playing mental games with us, trying to drop the worst album this whole entire year. I don't know. I mean, I haven't listened to every single album, but this has to be one of the worst, right? This is bad. This thing is terrible. Okay, let's just move on. Next, we have Poppin' Shit. As far as the beat goes, the melody's pretty good. I think it's like an NBA Youngboy melody. This is definitely probably something you would hear on an NBA Youngboy project, potentially. And the drums are cool as well. But SahBabii's verse, again, it's mixed very poor. piss poor, like very piss poor. I don't know who was engineering, and for a decent amount of this album, I have no idea who was engineering it, but SahBabii, I feel like SahBabii might be making too much money to really have amateur. I mean, he might just be mixing this thing himself. I could have done a better job mixing this thing, and I'm not that good at mixing pretty much at all. I mean, all I will do is, you know, pop some auto-tune on my voice, maybe, you know, if it really needs some, add some delay, maybe a little reverb, but I'm not somebody. I took some classes on it in the past, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's cool, it's fun. Anyways, that's getting way off topic. You know, even with the little experience that I have, I could have done better at mixing this than the mixers. The people that you're paying to mix this project, you need to fire them immediately. They do not deserve a job. They're the Jim Boylan of mixing. I don't care. There's way too much reverb and delay. It's like he's drowned it into this, like, he's drowned it into this reverb pool, and he's like drowning, like he's gonna die. He can't get out. It's so annoying and bad, man. I can't stress it enough how much I wish you guys don't listen to this album. Another gonna clone. Anyways, let me move on. Next we have Double Dick. As far as the beat goes, the melody's below average. The drums are piss poor and boring. SahBabii, it's just the same stuff, man. The same crap. That same Gunna crap. I don't know what his obsession is, but it's that same Gunna crap. And also another thing that I noticed, another flaw that I noticed, is that a lot of the verses are open. Like, there's moments on this album, maybe some rappers do this, but I don't think you can get away with it if you're SahBabii, especially of how trash he is on a decent amount of this, or most of this album, besides Ready to Eat. So, I mean, like, you know, he takes some moments of the verse / hook and doesn't freestyle on them, but he cannot get away with that. There's a decent amount of rappers that could potentially get away with that, but SahBabii is not one of them. It really does bother you, because it's like, you barely tried on the verse and you're gonna take a break. Like, are you spitting in my face right now? Like, that's what it feels like, at least to the listener. You know, the album is an insult to listeners. The album is an insult to anybody, honestly. It's even an insult to SahBabii. Like even if SahBabii was listening to this, like, full way through, he would think, like, damn, this is an insult to myself, honestly. Yeah, let's, if we can move on to the next track, Purple Umbrella. The beat is, as far as the melody goes, it's average. It's okay. Same thing with the drums. Another Gunna clone. It's like he's been playing games with us. It's guaranteed. I'm guaranteeing you guys that he's playing games with us. There's no way, man. There's no way he's fully trying, and there's no way he dropped all these consistent, stupid Gunna clones and actually thought that, and the people around his team actually thought that this thing sounded good. Repeating the same thing over and over again. Not even, no variance, no change even in the beat style, nothing. It's just a straight up Gunna clone, man. And that's stupid. Gunna in himself isn't even that good of a rapper. You put a Gunna clone out there that's not even that, I mean, like, that's worse than Gunna? A Gunna clone that's worse than Gunna, that's bad. That is bad. It sucks, man. It's terrible. Next we have, oh wait, there's still a little bit more I have to say about Purple Umbrella. His singing on the hook actually does sound listenable, though. Like, he does sing a little bit on the hook, and again, it sounds pretty solid. So there's a redeemable part of this album. There you go. Next we have House Party, featuring the one, only, and lone feature, T3. And I'm gonna be honest, this album needs more features. I mean, this album needs a lot more features, man. Like, it needs more. I mean, if he drops a deluxe for this thing, hopefully there's features on it. Cause I don't know, man. I don't even hope he drops a deluxe for this thing. I hope he just, I mean, if his music's gonna sound like this, I hope he just retires from rap, which is something that he actually did talk about doing. So I don't know. Anyways, we can just move on. Yeah, singing on the hooks, listenable. Oh yeah, House Party. Yeah, again, this thing just needs more features. Even if it was like a Lil Baby or a Gunna feature, even then, I don't think that it would have, like, even though they sound exactly the same, it still would have been a breath of fresh air to hear something different, something better, you know, than just this garbage Gunna clone. I don't even know Gunna clones existed, man. This is crazy. SahBabii singing is similar on the hook to, like, Purple Umbrella. It's cool, you know. It's cool. It's okay. It's not that bad. They both singing on the hook don't actually sound that bad. As far as SahBabii goes, the same Young Thug Gunna crap. And, well, I don't even say Young Thug. I think that's just insulting Young Thug. It's just the same Gunna crap. T3 doesn't sound that good, but he doesn't sound that bad, so he's mediocre basically. But he sounds better than SahBabii, so there's that. Next we have Trapezoid. The melody is a joke. The melody is trash. The drums are okay, but SahBabii actually sounds tolerable on this album. I think it's still somewhat of a, I don't know. Is it somewhat of a, I don't know. Anyways, I was gonna say, is it somewhat of a Gunna clone? It probably is. I mean, there's so much Gunna clone on this album, I can't even tell which is which at this point. But it does sound tolerable. Like, it actually, like, there's some decent whatever on this album. It's better than majority of it, like 90% of it. So, or a decent amount. I don't know about that, but like, anyways, it sounds somewhat good, tolerable. Similar stuff, but it is an improvement nevertheless. I do genuinely believe that this track right here, Trapezoid, even though the beat sucks, I do think it is an improvement from majority of tracks on this album. If we can move on to the next page, next we got next track we got Geico. As far as the beat goes, the melody's below average to average. The drums are run-of-the-mill, pretty trash, for being honest. SahBabii is the same Gunna, man. It's another indication that SahBabii wants to make out with Gunna. That's okay. If you want to make out with Gunna, you just gotta say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to straight up just copy him and just kind of. It seems like he's kind of worshiping him, for being honest. Yeah. But it is a decent flow, though. I gotta be honest. There's moments where on this track specifically, Geico, where there's a decent flow on some of the track, a decent flow, you know? Next we have Tongue Demon. As far as the beat goes, the melody's good, and on a good day, you could say the melody's fire, which is a better melody than, besides Ready to Eat, all of the album. The drums are okay, but you know, SahBabii, he's whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's not at his worst, but he could have done better with the beat, and it's the same Gunna stuff, so that's unfortunate. Next we have Soulja Slim. The melody's trash to okay, between that range. Drums are whatever. As far as SahBabii, at least on this track right here, Soulja Slim, at least he sounds alive. You know, at least he sounds like he has some type of energy, some type of pulse, some type of soul on this album. And it is a better verse. You know, it's an improvement nevertheless. But it is not amazing. Obviously, he still has his flaws. But at least he sounds like he's an actual human, you know? So that's improvement. Next, we have 7-Eleven. The beat, as far as the beat goes, the melody's okay, the drums are okay, so overall it's average. SahBabie's not that good on this thing. It's not his worst, but it is still pretty bad. And then the last track, we have Hey Mister. Again, melody's whatever, and it's okay. Drums are whatever. But he does need more than a whatever beat to get on. But again, like, a lot of the beats on this thing are so whatever and so trash. It's like, it just kind of runs down on you. And then so does SahBabii, who again copies and pastes Gunna's whole entire style on this thing. Again, this album review is pretty long, so I'm just gonna sum it up. SahBabii wants to have sex with Gunna. SahBabii wants Gunna's dick in his ass, and that's the end of it. No discussions. If you're a SahBabii fan, I apologize. Listen, you know, I apologize to you, not because I gave this album a not good, but because SahBabii really dropped an album this garbage. And I believe the last project he dropped was in 2018, so he waited 2 years and said he was going to threaten to retire. He waited 2 years to drop an album, and then this is what he dropped. He had 2 years to improve his craft, whatever. This is what he drops. You SahBabii fans, there's probably some SahBabii fans that have been waiting, and this is it. And it's trash. And I feel bad. You can listen to this album, it's fine, you know. I just think it's trash. It's a Gunna copycat, and it is not good. SahBabii's Barnacles is not good. It's an insult to the listener. Do not listen to it. Please don't. You know, if you listen to it full way through, I mean, I might check into an Asarcum Asylum after this video that I'm making right now. So don't listen to it. SahBabii's Barnacles is not good. As far as first week sale projections, which I should have done this with the Pop Smoke and Gucci Mane album, I'll say he sells 10 to 25K first week. Even though this album sucks, quality has absolutely nothing to do with the album and how well it performs first week. It really just has to do with the fan base and, you know, how poppin' they really are in the game. And, you know, this album wasn't shoved down your throat, but it's been promoted. a decent amount to social media and, you know, through those like blog pages and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about, on Instagram. So hey, I don't know. I feel like there's a decent chance that it could sell less because he's been out the game for so long. Not only that, but there's no features on this thing. So I don't know. There's not a lot of recognition from SahBabii, but you know, he has a decent fan base. So maybe there's a chance he sells more. I don't know. But yeah, I say 10 to 25K first week. That's my projections. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. I love having conversations with y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell. This is NBA and Bill Hafas, and I'm out. Peace.